When we think about e-commerce, the first thing that comes into our minds is Amazon or eBay. These are the places where we spend most of our time when we want to buy something online. But there is another internet giant that has more users than Amazon or eBay combined. Alibaba. It's a Chinese version of Amazon, but it also has a taste of eBay and PayPal. With over 500 million monthly users, it's the biggest e-commerce website in the world. And the founder of this internet conglomerate is Jack Ma, and his success story is absolutely fascinating. He failed more times than you have even tried, and his failures are absolutely miserable. When you think about an internet billionaire, you think about some kind of a genius who was introduced to computers and internet in early ages, and somehow he ended up coming with that unique idea that made him a fortune. But not Jack Ma, because when he started Alibaba, he had absolutely no experience with computers, leave alone the internet. But what makes him to stand out from the crowd is his ability to learn from his failures and move on. No matter what a horrible failure you went through, I guess Jack had a much worse experience. First of all, he could not graduate from primary school because he failed his test, and it was only after the third attempt that he succeeded. But that was just the beginning, because after graduating from school, he struggled to get into the college. For more than 3 years, he failed the entrance exam and could not even get into the college. In fact, he applied to Harvard Business School. Yes, you heard it right. He applied to Harvard, not once or twice, but 10 times. And guess what happened? Exactly. He was rejected every single time. Anyone else in his place would have already given up, but not Jack. Think about it. It has been 3 years that you're trying to get into the college, but every time you try, you get rejected. Around the same time, he was also looking for a job. He applied for the local police station, but I think you can guess already how it ended up. Exactly, he was rejected. According to him, he applied to 30 different jobs. Each and every single of them has rejected him. But the worst rejection he probably went through was his attempt to work at KFC. Out of 24 applicants who came for the job interview, 23 of them were accepted. Jack Ma was the only one who was turned down. Imagine what he has been going through. Just count the number of times he has been rejected. That's enough reason to give up already. Luckily, he could get into a university and graduate. This time he could get a job and became a teacher. Although that his salary wasn't impressive at all, I mean $10 a month isn't the kind of salary you would want to have. Yes, you heard it right, $10 per month, not per hour. Of course, that wasn't enough at all, so Jack tried to make money on side by trying different kind of businesses. Unfortunately, nothing has worked. He went from one failure to another. In 1995, he visited United States where he was introduced to the internet. It was something like magic to him since he hasn't seen anything similar to that. He barely knew what computers were, but he quickly realized the potential of the internet. He tried to search for anything related to China, but he could not even find the general information. That's when he decided to launch China Yellow Pages to enlighten people about China in this new world of internet. Compared to his previous projects where he failed miserably, this one was pretty successful and he finally started making some money. But Jack's ambitions didn't end there. He realized that the future of business is out there in the internet. So in 1999, he launched another website and named it Alibaba.com. He picked this name because it's easy to remember and it was the first Chinese e-commerce website. But things weren't as great as they sound. People didn't really know what internet was, therefore didn't trust it. So in order to make people believe that Alibaba is a reliable place to trade, they started buying by themselves whatever was sold in their website. And that's when things started kicking off slowly, because when people realized that they can actually sell through Alibaba, everyone jumped in, and the website started quickly gaining popularity. Despite such a rapid growth, Alibaba didn't make any revenue in the first 3 years, especially when the dot-com bubble bursted in 2001. People lost faith in internet companies and thousands of them went bankrupt. Fortunately, Alibaba survived, and after that, the company started growing dramatically. It's valued almost at $500 billion today, and it's expected to grow to $1 trillion by 2020. And Jack's net worth is over $41 billion at the time of this video. The moral of the story is that you do not fail until you quit. Jack kept trying over and over. He didn't give up when he failed to get into the college. He didn't give up when he was rejected every time he applied for a job. In fact, he started Alibaba at the age of 35. So if you're 25 who is stuck in a job that you absolutely hate, never think that it's too late for you. Remember, failure is a choice. As long as you keep going, you are not a failure and you will succeed eventually. And now
I was the first. I know nothing about technology. I know nothing about management. I know nothing about, but the only thing is that you don't have to know a lot of things. You have to find the people who are smarter than you are. For so many years, I always try to find the people smarter than I am. And when you find so many smart people, my job is to making sure the smart people can work it together. And then if smart people can work it together, it's easier. The vision they will believe. Because if stupid people can work it together easily, smart people can never work together. Education, it's a big challenge now. If we do not change the way we teach, 30 years later we'll be in trouble. Because the way we teach, the thing we teach our kids are the things the past 200 years is knowledge-based. And we cannot teach our kids to compete with machine who is smarter. We have to teach something unique. That is machine. But does not work out. Don't try to be the best. Be the first. Be the first to change. Be the first to take the challenge. Be the first one to overcome the difficulties. Because the best person, there's only one Olympic champion. I don't think I'm lucky enough to be that. But I can always try the new things and don't give up. I believe it because you are so unique. Everybody. Today, Jeff, where is the opportunity? I don't have a job. I don't have this. I don't have that. I saw a lot of people, young people, have fantastic ideas every evening. But in the morning, they go to the office same again. Make the move. Make the action. To everybody, to any person, tomorrow is new. Don't complain. Let the other people complain. Those people complain, those people who still. You have to work very hard.